Hi everyone, thanks for watching another buyer's review. In the previous two videos we have been focusing on the Z3 and the Z4. And these videos were quite popular, so for me it was easy to pick the next buyer's review. Today we will focus on the Z8. This BMW was not a huge success for BMW in the form of sales. Only 5,703 cars were built in the 3-year production run. These cars were expensive and they were quite special when they came to the market in early 2000. A sports car for the new millennium. This Z8 was only available with one engine, but it was probably the best BMW had produced up until that point. It is the same engine as in the 2000 E39 M5 and it is the 4.9 liter V8 that produced a healthy 400 horsepower, which was unheard of for the time. We are talking about the S62 engine that was produced between 1998 and 2003. This makes the inspection easy because we only need to see what kind of issues there are with the S62 engine. And since this engine was quite a masterpiece, it means it's well documented. Are you ready? Here we go. There are 4 problems that are most common on these engines: Vanoss system, rod bearings, time chain failure, oil leaks. Starting off with the Vanoss issues, a term you might heard before if you watch my videos. Vanoss problems are the most common issue with this engine. The S62 has 2 Vanoss units responsible for controlling the timing of the intake and exhaust valves. When you're facing issues with Vanoss, there are a few symptoms you can easily spot: rough idling, growling noises, power loss, stuttering or hesitation at lower RPM. The ECU of the car will save issues, and then with the use of a simple OBD scanner you can find out what the issues are that your car is facing. Also get more information on service intervals, etc. A lot of repair shops will simply replace the entire Vanoss unit rather than taking apart the unit and tracking down the actual problem within. It makes sense, of course. It's a lot easier and faster for a shop to simply swap units. However, you may be able to save a few dollars working with a shop that is familiar with Vanoss rebuilds or do the job yourself. Luckily, there are whole companies out there specializing in Vanoss repairs and replacements, like for instance Mr. Vanoss, that offers a kit featuring new O-rings, solenoid seals, pistons and cover bolts. Moving on to the rod bearings. Rod bearings are certainly far from the most common issue on the S62 powered E39 M5. However, they are worth a mention due to the labor required, which can lead to very expensive repair bills. Those familiar with M engines have likely heard about the rod bearing issues. It is not something that is common as many of you may to believe. However, rod bearings can have the wear and tear and fail prematurely sometimes. The rod bearings are responsible for connecting the rods to the crank. If they wear prematurely and go unnoticed for a long time, they could lead to engine failure. Not to scare anyone, but this can happen. Even if it doesn't lead to complete engine failure, worn bearings might scuff or wear down the crankshaft. That can cause additional problems down the road even after the bearings are replaced. Some of these symptoms of failing rod bearings can be a ticking sound at idle or low RPMs, metal shaving in oil, which is noticeable by copper in the oil. And to make matters worse, some of these things are barely noticeable, so by the time that you do notice, there might already be significant engine damage. You can, however, send a sample of engine oil to the lab, Blackstone Labs, for analysis. This can give you a good idea of the state that your engine is in. Each cylinder has 2 bearings, an upper and a lower bearing, so this means that the S62 V8 engine has 16 bearings in total, each costing about $30 if you want to use a proper BMW replacement part. Also, when one bearing is worn down, it is best to still replace all the other bearings since they have kind of the same lifespan. Also, while you're at it, change the oil pan gasket. So you're looking at $500 plus in repair if it has to be done properly. Luckily, this problem is not very common, but there are definitely reports out there that these parts might wear down faster than expected. Most S62 M5 timing chains will likely hold up beyond 150,000 miles. That probably makes it less of a common problem and more of a long-term wear and tear item. Since these are performance engines which are getting old now, please repair the chain on time before things get out of hand. And these symptoms of a timing chain that need replacement, a check engine light that is on, the timing is off, and a whining sound from a cylinder head. Then the last one is oil leaks. So okay, we're keeping this one pretty short. Oil leaks are not uncommon on any BMW engine, simply a wear and tear item. Gaskets are prone to cracking with age and resulting in oil leaks. Among the most common oil leaks are the valve cover gasket, and some of the symptoms of oil leaks might be a low engine oil level, oil on the ground after the car has been parked, a burning oil smell, and smoke coming from the engine bay. So overall, not too many issues, but issues that can be quite expensive. Parts are getting rare since the engine is getting older. Again, it's not necessarily an unreliable engine, but due to its high performance and age, you will run into problems eventually. Hope this video was useful, and if so, subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.